We're live.
I know. I just wanted to say it first.
Oh,
All
okay.
right.
You gotta know what you're waiting
Hello,
for.
everybody out there. It's the Triple Clowns. It's us with Degen Nation. That's right. We are here. And we are here with the one, the only Matt from Armchair Handicapping. And we're going to go over Laurel Park. I keep saying Pimlico. I don't know why. Laurel
I think I
Park.
put that in your head earlier.
I think you did. Late pick 4, Saturday, October 23rd. But we're happy to have Matt on here from Armchair Handicapping. Young guy doing his thing. This is great. Glad to have him on. Welcome, Matt.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And before we get into it, tell everybody about yourself.
So I've been handicapping for about two and a half years now. Actually been working on building a model to help me there. Just kind of use that as a reference. That was kind of my quarantine project when COVID first started. I've been doing a bunch of research on that, and just recently here started posting on Twitter as Armchair Handicapping. Slowly building up a nice little following, just trying to help people win money. So
it's always a good thing. It's good thing.
Yeah.
Good for you. You came out of the COVID pandemic that, you're doing something positive. We actually started during that time too.
You're right,
nice.
before
not
hit.
handicapping, but I've been doing that for way too long.
Yeah.
Right.
But so you're an algorithm guy. Are you is that what you do? Is it numbers?
No, it's actually just kind of a hobby of mine. I started out real slow with it, but then I ended up hitting a super high five at, I think it was Churchill, for just about $900 off a small little bed, and that kind of got me hooked, obviously. And over the past couple of years, I've just been slowly building it, and I'm here now. So basically what I do is I just download a data file, run it through my algorithm, and I've got about 40 to 50 factors that on each horse in each race, and it just kind of helps me get a starting point of which horses to kind of focus on and which ones I can go ahead and get rid of and kind of omit from my handicapping process.
I think he needs to meet your dad.
Yeah, my dad's big on that stuff too.
He's like that.
Oh, really?
It's like, taking the first times, the first quarter to the second quarter to the dividing it by whatever with the, minusing this because of the speed of the track, and I don't know. It's too much for me. And the worst part is I can just look at the program.
I've been working on trying to incorporate track bias, post position bias, and everything. So I'm just trying to make it easier on people. And what I do is I post out model leans by tiers, and usually it's just an A tier, B tier, and I try to focus on 5 horses overall. And it really just depends on my ACH rating, Armchair Handicapping rating, that the model spits out.
That's incredible.
Awesome. I don't know what's more incredible, that or the fact that Tom is in the bathroom right now watching us. That's creepy.
Shout out Tom.
Out to dinner for their anniversary, and he snuck into the bathroom to be watching our show. So
well, she's probably watching from a table, angry. So, all right. So anyway, that's fantastic. What you're doing. We should actually have you on one day with Craig Mukowski. I don't know if you know Craig. Have you ever met him?
I don't think so.
He's the guy who developed Timeform.
Timeform, yeah.
US.
Oh, okay, yeah. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, exactly. We'll look that up. That'd be a good one.
Yeah,
we'll put you guys head to head. That'd be probably pretty cool.
Yeah, a little handicapping challenge.
Yeah,
that would be cool. Yeah,
we'll do that. So let's get into it, Sarah.
Let's do it. So it is the Maryland Million Day at Laurel Park on Saturday. So there are all stakes races all day, but we're going to give you the late pick 4, which starts with race 9, which is the Maryland Million Turf Stakes, mile and an eighth on the turf, obviously, $100,000.
Which makes no sense to me. If it's a Maryland Million, it's worth $1 million.
Yeah.
So, would you like to start us off? Or would you like me to go?
I'm angry the whole time.
Okay, I know you're.
I'll go first, so then you can see how it is, and you can copy my picks if you want, man.
All right.
I wouldn't. All right, I want to go easy here. I have the 5, some kind of magician. here. I like the fact that he shortened up last time, and he's going to the 100,000. Mile and an eighth. I like how he shortened up last time. I like when they do that. Um, Usually, once again, I don't know this much about it. I think this horse is one of the only closers in the race and could catch a speed duel here. And my big thing is the speed duel in this race. And I'm going at that. I'm going at a lot of these horses are basically going to be quarter horsing around the first turn. And we're going to need someone that can actually run a mile and an eighth. So give me the 5 there. And with that being said, I'm going to go with the 4 as well. And that is John Go. Yeah, Jonga at 10-1, just because another thing, one of the only horses I think that can run this distance. And when I say that, once again, I know all horses can run a mile and an eighth. I understand that. It's just how fast they can do it. So I'm going there, and that's my theory on that. I would just with the 5 right here. Not crazy about the 1. Don't know if he has a distance. As much as I wanted to do Nick Papa Giorgio because of the Vegas vacation name, I didn't. I'm gonna go 4-5. I just think I know these are tight turns. It's different at Laurel. It's whatever. But I just don't know. I think these horses have the lungs, and I think they're gonna burn. So I'm going 4-5.
All right. Well, I agreed with you. There's going to be a speed duel and a big speed meltdown. I am with you on the 4 and the 5 here, but I did take Nick Papagiorgio at 5-1. He's coming back to the turf after last time out on synthetic, getting a really close third. So that was a mile. They're stretching him out to a mile and an eighth. This horse, I think he hasn't run this distance since last October, but I believe with this full field, I think he has the speed to make a really good mid-move here. So I'm interested to see the tactic that this horse is going to use in this race. So I think he has a shot. So I did 4, 5, and 8.
But you like a mid-move? I hate mid-move.
I do. Well, in this field, I'm taking it.
I hate it.
Because I just think there's so much upfront speed that doesn't have the distance here. So I'm taking him.
All right, Matt, what do you got?
I think I have to agree with both of y'all here. The 5 and the 8 are looking pretty good in this race, but I am eyeing the 1 actually, Cannon's Roar. It's got the best turf speed out there. It's faster than the average winning speed out of this race or this field. And like you said, Sarah, it's going to be a pretty quick pace up front, just battling for the lead out in the beginning. And I think the closing speed on this horse is just going to do it wonders. And I think if it sits well mid-race, about 2 or 3 horses back, I think it's going to be strong in the stretch and take it at the wire.
Yeah, no, I think this is a deserved favorite. This one,
Yeah.
It makes sense. I'm not quite sure about the distance. Has the class, you can see, and could sit. I think you're right. This is my obviously. I had to go. I was trying to go against it to save money, but definitely, I think the 1 is definitely could sit pretty in a speed duel here. Like could sit in a pocket, in the bird's nest and just sit there and wait and can catch the other one. So. No, definitely. I would just say it would be how close the 4 or the 5 are, or the 5 especially, to that horse. But yeah, so you're going 1, 4, 5?
1, 5, 8.
1, 5, 8.
1, 5, 8. Yep. 1, 5, 8.
1, 5, 8.
All right. Well, let's go to race 10, which is the Million Sprint. 6 furlongs, $100,000 at stake for 3-year-olds and up. We have a lot of Triple Crown angles here with a couple of these horses.
What's a Triple
Whiskey
Crown?
and You and For the Love of Bourbon. The Triple Crown angle is alcohol names.
Oh yeah. Double Crown.
Double Crown, yep.
That's another one. Yeah. Band on Tour. That's just might as well be alcohol. Well, and shout out to Keith. Yeah. Thank you, Keith. We're hopefully going to give you some winners here.
Yeah. So who do you have here?
Me. I think the 3 is the best horse in the race. If we don't have the also eligible, so let's just look at it that way. And give us a second because there's. Okay. Cops are coming for me apparently.
Yeah.
They heard my last
Watch
pick.
out, guys.
For the love of bourbon, I do think is the best horse in the race. If there's no, I mean, I have to say, like, basically, I love the 910 here. That's also
Yeah.
eligible.
Yeah.
If they're not in, I'm not crazy about Double Crown. I will fade that horse a little bit. I will say that. I'm not at 9-5, not nuts about a horse that I think is just going to be short. Not at 9-5. And obviously, if the 9 and 10 are in that race, that 7 will not be 9-5. Well, and neither will the 3 be 2-1. But forcing my hand, I'm just going 3. But I like the 9 and 10. I think the 9 has the class. Obviously, can't figure out a surface, but it's better on the dirt, I believe. Here, and the 10 is just maybe the fastest horse of the bunch at 6 furlongs. So give me the 3, but I write down 3, 9, 10. If the 9 or 10 get in with one scratch, which there might be, or something, I'll do 3, 9, 10, but I'll do 3. I don't really like anything else in the race.
Yeah, I'm with you on the 3, and I'm also with you on the 9, 10. If they do scratch in, I would be playing 9 and 10. But I also like the 8 here, Band on Tour at 4-1. I think this horse definitely has some great speed for 6 furlongs and this field. He's coming off of a strong win last time out at Laurel on a muddy track. Did fairly well. And then the time before at Pimlico, winning at 6 furlongs. So for 4-1, I think those odds are, maybe I see him taking more money, especially if the 9 and 10 don't scratch in. But so
real quick, we
Yeah.
see D-Rest is on Where Paradise Lay. I mean, if that horse gets in, I didn't look at it at all, but shout out to D-Rest. D-Rest is usually pretty smart.
Sure he appreciates
Usually pretty smart.
that.
Usually.
Yeah. So yeah, this one I agree, and I agree with if these also eligible scratch in, it's going to change it.
Yeah, I agree 100% there. If the 9 and 10 scratch in, it's going to be pretty chalky. But if they don't end up making it in, I'm hopping on the 3 and the 8 train as well. I think Band on Tour, like you said, Sarah, has been pretty strong in the last couple races. And it's had some strong workouts since the last race. So I'm definitely leaning the 8 here. If 9 and 10 don't scratch in, like he said.
Yeah.
God, I feel like we're Toastman Philly likes Jackson.
He likes the 9 as well. Wait.
Jackson Trout. Well, no,
Jackson Traveler.
5 long shot. What? Oh, Kenny had a notion? I don't know what you're talking about, Toastman. Jackson's not a long shot. I think he's talking about the Kenny had a notion.
12-1. That would make sense. And why not? I don't think that's a bad long shot to be.
Oh, he said it. Yeah, he said it earlier. Yeah, Toastman. Good call. All right, 5. Kenny had a notion. Hey, I think it is more up in the air. If that 9 and 10, and we don't have also eligibles in, some beatable favorites there. It's just why do they give us also eligibles? It just makes me mad.
It's frustrating.
It's just, I don't.
It is tough to handicap with those too.
Yeah.
Well, and even so, like if you get one that's early speed that's in the race, and then you change the dynamic. I mean, but that's horse racing. What am I gonna
do? Yeah.
And that's what I have in my model too. Is 9, 10, and then 3 are all my A tiers in that order. And like you said, if one of those scratch in or scratch out, it changes the whole dynamic, which that's also incorporated in my model with a nice little pace projection that I calculate in here too. But with that pace projection, I've got the 9, 10, 3, just like we were talking about. So this race is going to be pretty chalky, but I do agree with the Double Crown is going to be easily beaten here. I think.
I agree.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right.
All right, let's move on to the classic. We have a mile and an eighth on the dirt, $150,000 at stake for 3-year-olds and up. I feel like this is another race for the also eligibles. If they scratch in, we'll change everything, and I would play them. I would at least play the 10-11 here. But what do you think of this field, the classic field?
I mean, I hate to do this, and I hate to go so chalky, but I mean, if you were going to tell me these also eligibles weren't in the race, and the 8 can't just go gate to wire, I would. I mean, this horse could be like 1-9 in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I want to beat the horse, and if I do, I'm going to try with the 2. Prendimi. Just because I think he could be close to the lead. This horse's best days, I believe, are behind him. And I do have a little nostalgia for horses. See, I know, Matt, you do these algorithms and things like this. Sometimes I live in the past. And it's probably stupid, but it's one of those, like, and we do it with sports. It's one of those, kind of look at this horse. If he runs like he did before, throwing up a 121, you know what I mean? Sure, it actually wasn't even that crazy long ago, like a year ago. How could I not? You know, well, I'm not talking like 5 years ago. Yeah. And I have to do it. And I hate the Monmouth angle.
Yeah, you do.
I hate the no whip thing. I know Shu and I go back and forth about that. He thinks it doesn't matter about whips. I think it does.
I think it definitely does, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think some horses respond, some horses don't. So when they run with that, I don't know. Look at it. So it's crazy. But if you had 12-1, give me the horse if he was that good before. If you're going to give me somebody besides the 8. So obviously I go 2-8 with nothing scratched in. But I like the 9 a lot. I'm not even going to go with the 10 if the 9 comes in. Obviously, I like that horse beat by Captain Bolastic. We know that horse.
Mm-hmm.
Good horse. So I would go. I'll go 2-8, and if the 9's in, I'll take the 9.
Yeah. All right. I like the 8 too. If these also eligibles don't scratch in, I think the 8 could be a really strong single. Or if the 9 scratches in, I'd take the 9. Real easy. But for a long shot, for some money, I'm going to try to make a little bit here. I like the 5. Ain't the Beer Cold at 20-1. This horse has only raced a couple times this year as a 3-year-old. But last December, he won at a mile and 16. Or no, excuse me. He got second by a nose at a mile and 16 at Laurel. It's a really strong race at $100,000. So this horse, he's running class. His 3-year-old career has started off a little bit slow. He hasn't raced much. He had a pretty long layoff, and now he's coming back. Well, if he can come to form as he was in his late 2-year-old career, I think this is a good horse to play to possibly have some value here in this race. So I would do 5-8. If the 9 scratches in, I definitely put the 9 on your card.
All right. May I go to yours? Then we'll go to the comments. Everybody, I know you're saying some stuff. I do want to talk about it. We'll go to Matt, and then we'll go into it because we're flying here. We're not off the rail.
Yeah, we're moving pretty quick.
We're going.
But yeah, for this race, I'd have to agree. If the 9 scratches in, that's my single. I think that horse has just been dominant. It's got some strong works. It looks like bullets across the board for this horse. And if it doesn't scratch in, then I single the 8, like Sarah said. I think if I did have to go with an upset here, I think I'd have to join the 2 train with Prendemi. Like you said, this is actually my B1 horse. I've got 9 and 8 as my A1, A2. But of course, if it doesn't scratch in, I've got to go with that 2 as my B1. It's got some strong workouts. hot jockeying the last 7 days as well, so that'll definitely help. But yeah, that's what I'd have to go to.
Yeah.
All right. No, I do think that. I don't think you're going to get 12-1 if you don't have that 9 come in the race. I think the
Right.
horse will be lower.
Yeah.
Not crazy about that line. I think that'll be more to 6. Really, I think all the way to 6 on the 2. And Gates of Wire. Okay, so let's address some of these comments if you want to put them up real quick before.
Yeah. D. Russ says Closer Look is an honest runner. That's the 11 who is also eligible at 5-1.
But we did just see somebody. Steve said he doesn't think anybody's going to draw in.
And Tap and Cat should wire.
I was going to ask anybody if they thought that. I don't know enough.
I do.
Well,
I think Tap
you
and
know
Cat. Oh,
enough?
that they would eligible.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think you were telling you.
Oh, I know everything. I know it all.
Yeah, if they're going to draw into that would be weird to draw into a big race. Which changes the dynamic. But I think we are all on the 8 could go Gates of Wire if that's the case.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, because Billy agrees that the 8 horse likes to win. And
No, he said 8 horse.
Race-
Oh, 8 horse
horse.
likes to. I thought he said like 8 horses, and I was going to say that's all of them. Totally. Way to go on a limb, buddy.
The all button here. Oh, there we go. Preference to Maryland sires.
Okay, so it's a decision thing, and okay, all right, that's interesting, and all right, which is going to change the whole dynamic, and that's all we can do is tell you if they go in or not, and talk about it, because I even looked to see like did one of these horses run last week, or one of these horses scheduled to run, and none of them were. It's really weird that this also eligibles so many that are good.
And even look at the weather, and the weather looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. So there's not going to be any surface change that would cause some horses to possibly scratch out day of.
Maybe you got one somewhere because they have a fever. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see Saturday morning what scratches come out and see if that changes the fields or not. But with that being said, let's go on to the final leg of our pick 4, which is the starter stake for $50,000, a mile and an eighth on the turf. Who do you like here?
No one.
Yeah, this one's pretty wide open in my eyes.
Yeah, I don't like.
When Randy was capping, I just said throw a dart at the last race.
Yeah.
So with that being said, all I could come up with was kind of the same angle of can anybody run a mile and an eighth? And I had to look at that because I feel like there's some that can't. I mean, the one at 4-1, I mean, 5.5, 5.5, 5, and I'm just going down at 6, 6, 6, 6, 5, 6, 6, 6, 5.5, 5. So you've been running before 2020, and you've never been over 6 furlongs. Now you're going a mile and an eighth. How are you 4-1?
Yeah.
Like I don't get it. Then I looked at the rest of the race and I went, oh, that's how you're 4-1. So with that being said, I went down and I wanted to go with every horse I tried to make an argument with. So at the end of the day, I wanted to go too deep, and I wanted to go with a horse that went from 4th to 1st in the last race. And I don't care if it was a $16,000 race. Run at 32 before. I'm all right with it. Ran at a mile and an eighth, and that's the 8 Dixie's Fascinator. And that's strictly because I know the horse can run this long and close last time. And honestly, numbers aren't terrible on this horse. And then I went with the 7. Same type of angle a little bit. Ran a mile before, and I think it's going to get overlooked. So I went with the 7. And if you gave me gun to the head, go into the turf, the 2, because I don't mind that move there. Ran once at the turf, and I mean, a while ago, and ran terrible. But going back, I don't know. So I would go 2-7-8 if anything, but 7-8, I don't know. But this is, as I said, Crotcher. Or it's like the 5th that always screws up your like pick 5 and everything.
Yeah. It's always the last leg or the first leg that does you in.
Yep.
Yeah. I went 3 deep here. I like the 4 here. Jumpstart My Heart at 5-1. This horse won this race last year. It's pretty good deep closing style. 5-1. With the case that Randy has said, this horse has gone the distance, proven to go to the distance. I'm going to put him on my ticket. I'm also here with Randy on the 7 and 8. And honestly, I struggled with that because if you look at my notes, there's not a whole lot written down. There's nothing for the 8 and 7 are speed.
My notes just said 278. I didn't even have a note.
I struggled. But like I said, I'm going to stick with what Randy was saying. These horses have ran the distance, so I'm going to take them here. And the 4, like I said, I'm throwing him in because he won this race last year. So I did 4, 7, 8.
Matt,
Yeah, I think this one's pretty wide open, like I said, but I do agree with you all on some of those horses. I'm leaning the 2 pretty heavy. I think that horse is kind of working into form, but I'm also eyeing the 1 a lot. Out of the last 3 races, finished first. Last race out at Laurel was late September, and it ended up breaking through pre-race from the gate, and I think that caused some head case there. But I really like and I think I have to go 4 deep on this one, so I'm going to keep my early legs pretty short. But I think I'm going 1, 2, 4, and 7.
1, 2, 4, 7. Yeah, no, you're right. That just, and it's one of these races that the 1 could get out to the lead. And are these horses, any of them, strong enough to just run a horse down? Like, there's one thing about being able to run the distance, another to run a horse down. Because this one's going to have the lead. Let's just give the horse the lead. Good jockey trainer combo. I mean, I think you're going to see this horse at near even money. The 1, even though crazy even money shot because of this type of race.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll just play all. We should just play all. If we had the money, we'd play all.
If some of these also eligibles scratch in, you could have a pretty good single, 2 singles in your card, and then do all, single, all. I think it wouldn't be too far out of the realm to play that.
And then the 1 will win, and it'll be 1-1, and you'll win.
You'll get probably a 5-5 return, but.
Yeah. I think the value horse in this race is by far the 4 horse too, because I think it's sitting 5-1 right now.
Yeah,
and it's got some decent closing speed. So I think if it were to be a battle in the beginning of that race for the lead, I think either the 1 would hold on to it or the 4 would catch up in the stretch.
Yeah. And Keith, that's exactly what. That's what basically. I totally agree with that.
And D-Rest is he likes the 3 here. Millie Child at 6-1, and
I tried D-Rest with this horse.
Maybe good point. 6-1 on a sprinter going the distance.
I tried.
Linesmaker seeing something there.
And you're right. This horse could battle the 1 for the lead, and you wonder what's going to happen there. I tried D-Rest there. I couldn't go there, but I did try.
D-Rest might fool us all here. We're all going to lose the last race because the 3's going to. We didn't play the 3.
If I play this race, I'm going way deeper than I just went. There's no doubt. After hearing everything,
you kind of have to in this race.
You can make a case for anything. I mean, we've talked about them all. I mean, would it be surprised if Frisky Feeling wins? No. I mean, look at the horse. I mean, I wouldn't be that surprised.
Yeah.
10-1, I would not be that surprised. Like, wow, you're not a world beater if you win this race.
I mean, I feel like we all these tickets aren't even all that expensive if we all hit the all button here in the last leg. Because you have a single.
Well, let's go with them. If we have eligibles, I could hit the all button easy. I have like a $4 ticket. If
the eligibles scratch in, it could definitely lead to like an all single all, like Sarah said.
Yeah. But we have a 50-cent pick 4. You did 2 by 1 by 2 by 3, which is 32 divided by 2.
What, 2 by 1 by 2 by 3?
You did 2, yeah.
That's only like $6.
Yeah. So you should do
sounds like we might have room to go
last
all.
leg. If you did the all
I will. If I bet that, I will
30,
do it.
if you did the all button,
Eight.
it'd be a $16 ticket.
Yeah. So
And
that's a no-brainer in my opinion.
Yeah.
exactly. And yours wouldn't be much more than that, and mine wouldn't either. So either way, we're all probably playing $20 or less tickets if we do the all button in the last
well,
night.
let's go over them and then we'll talk a little bit more because we went pretty quick. So
I'm just going to recap them and mind you to everybody, I am going to be posting a picture of this on Twitter come Saturday morning. I might also wait till the scratches come out. Usually I do it earlier than that, but with that being said, Randy's pick four for Saturday's card is the 4-5 with the 3 with the 2-8 with the 2-7-8. Mind you, I'm not mentioning the also eligibles. Matt has 1-5-8 with the 3-8 with the 2-8 with the 1-2-4-7. I had the 4-5-8 with the 3-8 with the 5-8 with the 4-7-8. I had 8.
crazy eights.
Crazy
yes. So those are our late pick 4 picks. Like I said, those will be going up Saturday on Twitter, so you'll have a snapshot so you don't have to remember everything I just rambled off. But this could all change. Our picks could all change if these also eligibles scratch in.
Daddy bonds and crab cakes. Look at that, Steve.
Yes.
Yeah, I love it. That's a Maryland through and through right there.
I'll bring the old bang.
Yeah. There you go. Oh, you're learning. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so anything? Anything else? Anybody out there ask a question or anything like that, and we'll talk a little bit more because we went really fast. We'll give you another 5 minutes if you have another race or something that you want Matt to look at and he's figured something out.
And you guys should definitely be following Armchair Handicapping on Twitter. He posts daily of his card, his breakdown of his formula on Twitter for certain cards. And he has a great group chat that he can invite you into, which is great because there's a bunch of us handicappers that really just bounce ideas off of each other and then complain to each other.
Is that what you guys call yourself, handicappers?
Let me try.
We're the horse players. Just kind of a little name I came up with. But yeah, it's just somewhere we bounce ideas off of and just try to win as a team. I mean, there's no better way to win, in my opinion.
All right, we do have a question that came in.
So Steve is asking if there's any 2-year-old races that we liked. And also I'll be honest, I haven't looked at any of the 2-year-old stakes. The race 8 is a 2-year-old stakes. We got a sprint stake for $100,000.
Yeah, there's a 2-year-old race in that one. I mean, what do we look at besides like a lot of heavy?
That's a pretty stacked field. That's 14 horse field we got. Well, I mean, depends on if you're a speed figure person, the 10s. Well, I mean, and the 10 coming off of that 10 length win at Delaware at a mile, now dropping back to 6 furlongs.
What about the 13 at 12-1? Bet on Blitz? Bet on Blitz or Bits?
Bet on Bits. Yeah.
Bet on Bits.
Another one.
Looked really good last time out. I mean, going 6 now. I like the comment. Hard sent early, rail, dual, drew off and driving. Nothing you can think of better than that and win by 8.5. So, yeah, I mean, you're going 16,000 maiden claiming to $100,000 stake, but that's what they do here. I mean, that's what they do in these races. So, now I'm trying to look at some angles for you with breeding. I'm trying here.
The 5's not bad at 5-1 drop. He kind of struggled there at Monmouth, but like you said, Monmouth is possibly one of those tracks you could throw out. He has decent speed here and very well bred for dirt sprints.
Yeah, I think in number 8, just looking at my model here, it's leaning pretty heavy on the 5 Locomotive at 5-1, I think, and number 2 sitting at 10-1 Vance Scholars. Actually, the last time was out, it was a couple days ago at Laurel and finished first. Pretty handily, it looks like, too.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. First of all, the horse divining rod it is a divine rod apparently because he's got like 4 horses in this race. By the way, that's the sire of like 4 horses here. So his name should be Divine Rod, not Divining Rod, because
Yeah.
he has 4 horses in there. I just counted 4 just right away. My gosh.
That's funny.
Well, I know it's a Maryland thing, obviously,
Yeah.
and he must be the thing. But yeah, the best breeding that I have on here is that horse with was the 5 with Wild for Love, but Divining Rod.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think of that.
Oh yeah, sorry, I misspoke. It's Locomotive's number 5 horse, not number 6, like I said.
Yeah, I like the 5 here. If I was gonna play, I would probably do the 5, 10, 13.
Yeah, I mean,
But I
2-year-olds are
also,
really
I also
hard.
like your 2 Advanced Scholars. I like it for a price. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
for price, that's a pretty good looking horse in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we should.
Freeze and Fire. There's a horse out of Freeze and Fire. Remember that horse? I do. And a Morning Source. Oh wait, we have 100 here. Oh wow. The 6 has 100 rating on the breeding with Great Notion and Smart Crowd.
And 100%
And
trainer
100
jockey.
trainer jockey combo. So yeah, the 6 Coastal Motion, 1 at 29,000 to 6.5 off pace bid up. Ran 4.5 furlongs. That's a little scary. Boca Chica, that's like the man, right?
There you go. Steve's 2.5 Ice Cold Exacta.
2.5. All right. I
I
hope he didn't just listen to you guys. Steve.
Abandoned ship. Abandoned ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, we agree with Keith.
I agree. Yeah. There's certain tracks I have that with Keith, and I've said that before. A lot of times I throw out Saratoga races or Del Mar races. Like there's certain tracks that I forgive horses for. And if anybody has a problem with that, I look at after Secretariat won the Belmont, he lost the Travers, right? Yeah. Like, just think of that. Just to know that sometimes tracks suck for certain horses.
Right.
I mean, and Saratoga's one of them. Monmouth without the whip, what's going on? I think that's so different. So different.
Yeah.
Oh, I talked him into the 6 too.
So did
All I said was
D-Rest is on the 6 as well.
all right. I was just giving the breeding.
Peer pressure.
Let's go all 6. That's right, guys. You go. You heard me first.
Do it.
6 all day. If you're gonna say it, you gotta believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 256 Exacta box would be a nice little payout there.
Yeah. That's not bad.
Such a big field.
That is a huge field.
Yeah.
You want me to give you your best handicapping advice, everybody out there? Don't bet 2-year-old races. Stay away. That'd actually probably be a great angle. But if you do, go 256. Do it. All right. So we did it, guys. We went through it. Matt, tell everybody out there where they can follow you and everything like that. And hopefully we can get you on our show when we do like a weekly show or something like that, where we do a little more fun stuff than just this bullshit handicap.
We're going to do a showdown, you versus Craig Mikowski.
I like it. Yeah, I'd love to be back on. Had a blast today. You can find me on Twitter, really. That's about it. It's just Armchair HNDCP, handicapping without the vowels. But yeah, I've been posting for about 6 or 7 months now. Just kind of get 2 to 3 cards out a day and try my best to get scratches incorporated, just to give everybody else a leg up on everybody on the public betting, because as of late it seems like it's just getting hammered right at post time. So if you can find an edge, why not attack it?
I agree. And no, you're doing good things, man, and good for you. Being a young kid out there, you're in your 20s, and you're doing your thing. It's good to see, and everybody support him out there, because this is, let's face it. I'm not going to be alive very long.
Say that.
Well, AJ is definitely going to be gone before me. And old Degen Nation, we're all on borrowed time.
Oh, goodness.
No, but really, I mean, I worry about horse racing. in the next 20 years. I mean, I worry about
Mhm.
Hollywood. I worry about a lot of things with the next generation coming up. Horse racing,
Yeah.
Devin.
Yeah.
Horse racing, Devin. I mean,
And it's going to take people like you doing what you're doing, taking a dive into the sport and producing. I think you have a great product that you put out on your Twitter. So everybody in the chat, go give him a follow on Twitter. He has really great insight daily. He does a card daily and gives out his picks. So really something to look into when you're capping, whether it be the weekend or during the week.
yeah, he's got a lot of our guys on there that talk. I noticed that too. We have like Jason Casa goes on his thing, our underground clown. A lot of people we know. So it's
Yeah.
a nice community that goes and does it. It's good. They have a lot of fun. And so thank you, Matt, for doing what you're doing at your age and good for you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I mean, I was doing
I do have a question for you all before we end.
Yeah.
So next year, I want to kind of get a racetrack tour, and what would be some good tracks you all recommend on visiting?
Ooh, Belmont.
Belmont's great.
Really cool.
Obviously, California track, Santa Anita, Del Mar.
Mhm.
Gulfstream's really cool because the walking ring's neat. It's just different from most tracks.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like a nice, glamorous stadium.
And then I've heard Saratoga, of course, is just beautiful to visit.
Saratoga's
we haven't
nice.
been, but that's on our bucket list.
Yeah,
Oaklawn's
I've been to
another
Saratoga.
one that's on our bucket list as well.
But even if you go to when you go to Delaware Park, one of the nicest paddocks around. They're all
Okay.
colonial downs. I was there before they turned to dirt. Well, they didn't have a dirt course when I was there. They're all good. They're all good, man. Tampa. I thought Tampa was cool.
Tampa's really cool.
It's on the middle of the woods. Yeah.
Definitely, if you're in Florida, in the northern part of Florida, go to Tampa. It is such a fun track. I would definitely put that track. It's a smaller track, but it's cool. It's in the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
That track was a ton of fun.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
definitely, if you want to go to a bigger track and say you're on the East Coast, Belmont is really cool.
Oh, yeah. No.
It's huge. You don't realize the grandeur of it till you're there.
Yeah. We lived in
Right.
Queens, so.
We spent
And
a lot
that's
of
our
time
first
there.
track, so she's a little.
But hey, don't discount Los Alamitos. I thought it was cute. I went there. I've been there once last month. So if you're out in California, you have 3 tracks, or Southern California, I should say, because Golden Gate up north. But the 3 tracks we have here in SoCal don't disappoint.
Absolutely. All right, so that being said, please follow Matt, Armchair Handicap, without the vowels, and yeah, Hi everybody. If you didn't see it, Lon, right, Lon, if you didn't see the rest of it, watch the tape. But what's up? Thanks for coming on, even if you're late. It's all right.
That's all right.
We love you anyway.
Catch the replay.
Absolutely.
This is why we do it this early, so people have the time to watch it before the race is on Saturday.
Yeah, we used to tape it.
Right.
Yeah, we used to tape it and just tape it and put it out there. We figured it's going to be out there anyway, and people can watch it.
It's more fun interacting with people.
But then we can interact, and they can still watch it and listen to our picks. So that's why we do it that way.
It's a win-win.
Even though it's seems a little weird, but I think it's a win-win.
Yeah.
You can come on live, or you can watch it later on. So yeah, but thanks for coming, everybody out there. It's awesome. D-Res, Keith. We had a bunch of people here today. Lon, everybody out there that came in and asked questions. You're awesome. Thank you. Tom, he was out there for a minute.
He was hiding out in the bathroom.
Everybody, if we missed you,
Hopefully he got out of it.
yeah, I'm sorry. I know there's a couple other ones. I'm not scrolling up it right now, so I can't see. Steve, definitely.
Philly, yeah.
Toastman, everybody out there, thank you so much. You make what we do fun, and
this is why
make
we
me
do
able
it.
to do it.
Because of you guys. So make sure you go follow Armchair Handicapping on Twitter. Otherwise, you're going to be missing out a lot of great stuff.
A lot of fun stuff coming up this week. We're taping a Hollywood Squares type game, Degen Square horse racing. How fun's that going to be? We're going to do that.
This is why you need to subscribe to the YouTube channel. So if you're watching this on YouTube, just hit that subscribe button, notification bell. If you hit that, you'll be notified every time we release something on YouTube or go live. We have a lot of cool things coming up, and we have something really cool coming in November as well after the Breeders' Cup. So
Yeah, I have cool stuff going on, definitely. But stay aware. Don't sleep on him because he's young. I know how you old heads are. I know it.
speaking of
You do it
himself,
to me. No, they do it to me, and I'm old. Those old heads are mean. They don't think young kids know shit because they're usually right, but this one does. Okay, so remember that. All right.
yes, Matt, such a pleasure to have you on.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it, and look forward to doing something like this again. It was a blast.
Yeah.
Cool deal. We'll get you on a show where we just goof around the whole time.
Yes.
We don't have to do picks. No pressure on. We'll do it next time.
Sounds good.
All right, Matt. Thanks, buddy.
Good night,
All
everybody.
right.
Good night.